Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Just chilling, just ready for um to get into these shows because one was a bridge episode, and the
Uh-huh.
other one to me and the other was good. And I'm just getting prepared for myself to start getting to Johannesburg because I think I got everything set up and figured out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna start watching it. And from the clips I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
we definitely have to review this because they're a mess.
Okay.
They're a mess.
Okay, we'll talk offline about this.
Right.
Because I think we decided we were just gonna start with season 2, or are we going back
Well,
to the
we had to go back.
beginning?
We had to go back to season one because
Okay.
it's just that good.
All right, so then I'm gonna need the weekend.
No, just
To
no.
do this.
We're just gonna do season. I would just say we just for the people. We just do season one and just go through
Oh,
and
okay,
catch
okay,
up
okay,
because
okay.
season three won't be out for a while due to COVID. So I think we have the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I'm down, I'm
stress
down.
free. You know how we do
So
stress free over here.
Real Housewives of Johannesburg, here we
Johannesburg.
come.
Oh,
Woo!
one little chick. She's a mess. That's why I'm so into her.
Oh God. Well, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me.
I
And I
won't. I
know.
won't. I haven't watched the episode. I haven't watched an episode yet. I'm just saying, like, based on the clips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Well, it's more exciting than what I watched last night, right?
Take take to me it was like season what 8 or 9 of Atlanta, and just
Uh-huh.
multiply it by like 10.
Okay, because
They are.
I
Last night was tragic.
remembered why I stopped watching these 2 shows last night.
Well, one was like the first. Okay, let's just jump in and just
Well, first,
crucify the people.
welcome everybody to the
Oh, hey
room.
guys, how you doing?
Hey
Good to see
Gina.
you.
Oh, and I totally forgot Jenny M. Welcome to the team. She's our newest mod. So everybody be nice to Jenny M. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the team, Jenny.
Yay,
Hey,
Jenny.
hey, Black Lavender, Bobbles, Trey, Sad Star. She was our first one in. Gina Maxey. V. Vargay. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome, everybody. Project Skyfall, Farmita, Farmata, Pamela. Welcome, everybody. As you enter the room, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Don't forget, hit alerts because sometimes we switch it up. Okay. Jump right in.
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
disappointed in these
Ooh.
shows.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We had with Whitney's show, we kind of had to have this episode because I was mad at the whole episode. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of
Mhm.
irritated with her through the whole thing. I'm like, you just shut up. I really
Mhm.
just look at your mom. I just really talk to your mama the whole show. I don't need you. And she was whiny. She was complaining. It's like, well, ma'am, like you should have thought about this. And
Well,
then you see, go ahead.
it's not even that. She's thinking it out. I get it. But
Hmm.
every night it seems like she's calling this man and not saying nothing. I love you. I miss you. And
Yeah.
yet
Oh,
bitching about him to everybody. That's what pissed me off with her.
exactly. Like she was being kind of needy for no reason.
Well, she's
For
always like that.
oh, that's too bad for her. She should work on that.
She hasn't in 8 seasons.
Well, someone need to talk to her about that. I'll DM her and we can have a conversation. Stop it. I'm just gonna be like, hey, Whitney, nice to see you. Enjoy your show. Stop being foolish.
If only she would
But
listen.
it was just more like. But then the thing is, like, after I got mad at watching the show,
Mhm.
I was mad.
Mhm.
Then when they show the previews for the next show, it's like, okay, this is a bridge episode. Y'all could have warned us for that. Because that's when she finds out about the whole cheating thing. I'm like, okay, this is just a bridge to get us to that point. I got you. I see you. I didn't want to see you, but I see you.
It came quicker than I thought, though.
Uh,
The 5th
I thought it
show
was.
in?
I wonder how many episodes are there this season. Maybe it's only like 10 or 12. That's why it's moving along, kind of like Chantel.
But you know what? There might have been a gap between, because remember at the end of last night's episode, they said that the governor had shut down the state, and so filming stopped. So
Right.
by the time filming rolled back around again, maybe they were able to hop into the truck with her and go up to see him to get the big, "I'm sorry, but I got another girl pregnant by accident" speech.
Right. And so it's just, I was just like, I'm like, is she still talking? Why is she
Yeah.
talking? I understand it's her show and she has to talk, but she could like put up cue cards or post-its around. I just didn't need, she needed to be there. I was more interested in her mother and her father and her brother. If they would just cut her out the whole episode, just throw her in the trash for this one episode, I'd have been cool. So I don't like hearing people be whining.
True.
I do not like hearing people be whining because she didn't listen to her friends. And what she's doing now gives more credence to what Ablavi said, that basically she basically did this because she felt like she wasn't going to get anyone else. And we find that out even more so in the next episode. So I felt bad for her, but I really wish she had listened to her friends. I really wish she took the time to listen.
I think, and I hate to say this, and nobody take offense, but I just feel that she takes comfort in playing that victim card.
You think so?
Yes. Because that's how she gets attention.
Okay.
And that's what she's looking for. That's why she always falls headfirst into these disastrous relationships. Like this guy, she went way, way, way too fast.
Way too fast.
And they haven't even figured out how to like really talk to each other, which is kind of annoying. And yet she was a whole engaged. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me last season, and that's why I stopped watching it. And now I can't do this no more.
Well, with me, my issue was the simple fact that he's making like no effort. Like she's making all the effort. I mean, all the effort, and he's making like no effort. But yet he asked you to marry you. So therefore,
what effort does she need to make? She's the breadwinner. She has
no. But I'm saying she's the one doing it though. That's my point. She's doing everything. He's doing nothing. He's making zero effort.
Yeah.
None.
And I don't know why she's in business with Ryan. I think he was one of the big reasons why I stopped watching, because he is an irritant to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like how he speaks to people. He's rude.
Is it okay? So is it okay? How is he? Oh, I'm trying to figure this quick. Is it he's rude, or people are you taking it as rude? Because for me, and I know it's just who I am, but like you could say certain things to me, I'll be like, okay, whatever, and I ignore like 95% of people if they're trying to be mean. It's like I really don't care.
There's a difference between straightforward and being aggressively rude. It's all in his tone.
Okay, like he's going, like you feel like he's purposely being mean versus just being a straight shooter. Like he's going out of his way. Okay, yeah. I can go with you on that one.
Yeah. Because you're straightforward, but you're not mean about it. Well, unless somebody pisses you off, you know.
Correct.
And that I can appreciate. But with Ryan and that conversation that he had with her yesterday, what he referenced with regards to like what is there like in Greensboro is nothing. Like that's where her family is.
Right.
And he's like, well, his family isn't there. So what?
Right.
You just dissed where she's from. Why should I give a crap about where his people are at this point?
No, exactly. And I think what he didn't understand is like he's in the middle of a relationship where he wants to or not. He has to be devil's advocate for both parts. But then when he was being whiny and saying like, well, Ryan's just being annoying right now. He's just playing devil's advocate to play devil's advocate. Like, no, yes, Whitney, he did the right thing. That's what she said though.
But I'm seeing it like the way how he came across to me, like he knew that Chase was messing around and probably already knew that the girl was pregnant. And yet
Probably.
he's still pushing Whitney to pick up everything and leave and go to him. Why? That's supposed
I
to be your
mean,
business partner.
yes. And the thing is, like, what would he? My thing is, what would he get out of that though? Like, does he? Now that you put it in that context, it makes me think like, do you know this other girl and what she's about? So why would you push Whitney to move there? He must know this. He must
Of
know this
course.
girl.
Because
He must.
isn't he and Chase best friends? They know.
Right. But the way they're playing this out is like this is just some random girl right now. But if we take into account Ryan's insistence of her moving to Wilmington, this
Mm-hmm.
tells me that this girl must be a part of their friend group somehow. That she's not some
Mm-hmm.
just random girl. Otherwise, he wouldn't be like, Whitney, you need to pick up and move. This is blah blah blah. I'll support you. So it's like, oh, you must know her. You have to
Mm-hmm.
know her and know what this chick is about. And the fact that the chick got pregnant really lets us know what she's about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Ryan was trying to get Whitney up in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
because
Chase is basically gonna need child support. That's how I'm seeing
right,
this.
right. Because the funny thing is like, why, in the grand scheme of things, if it was my business partner, I'd be like, no, oh, I support you. I want you to stay. Like, I'll talk to Chase, blah, blah, blah. I'll give him the move. But no, he's like, no, like, you need to move with him. You need to be there with him. That's what makes me, now that you've brought this angle, I'm like, this is why you're trying to push her there. You know this
Yep.
girl.
Yep.
You know this girl. You
And
know
that's why
exactly what
it's
she
just
is.
so dirty. It's so
Right.
dirty. And it's just infuriating me. It really is. And she's sitting down that whole episode bitching and moaning about why he's not there quarantining with her and having a quarantine baby. Girl, he is having a quarantine baby up in
Wilmington.
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 Oh, it was just aggravating. But I did like the part where they were Babs was talking to Glenn, and
Yep.
that was just so sweet. I like you said, if it was just the two of them and maybe Hunter doing like the toilet paper deliveries, I could have sat through that episode and been happy.
Right. And Babs, she's like, I need to get back to my Glenn. She's like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, wait, look at this. Look what hold on. Gina Maxey says. Ryan was not happy when he found out Chase asked for her hand.
She wasn't.
So
He looked pissed.
maybe Chase was already seeing this girl and she's a friend of Ryan's, and maybe that's why he
Right.
wasn't happy.
Right. Maybe
Oh,
he
so now it
look,
makes
that's
more sense.
he had a sour face when he did have that sour face when he found out Chase proposed, because he's like, you did what? Is it for real? He's like, yeah.
Oh, that's
And he's
messed up.
like, even his confessional, he's like, even I didn't know. I was like, oh, this is your best friend, but he didn't tell you he was proposing to your business partner? That's weird, but okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we're reading too much into it.
No, if you piece it together, go back. You're not going to tell your best friend that you're getting married. You're going to propose to like my business partner.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan's face was just like, what? He was completely caught off guard. He was completely shocked. So when you put the pieces together, he was like, but you was messing. He's probably in his mind, but you messing with old girl up in Wilmington. How are you proposing to?
And I wonder how this is going to
Whitney?
impact their business. Because if she finds out that he does have something to do with it or has intimate knowledge that he didn't share with her, if this whole scenario, this whole theory of ours is true, like I could not stay in business with him.
Agreed. Trey has a question.
Okay, hold on. Is it this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She is the type of person that doesn't like to be alone. But I don't think she has the opportunity to jump from relationship to relationship, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I think she would want to, but I don't think she has that opportunity just because of her physical appearance. And I'm not being insulting. I'm just stating a fact. And that's why she is so needy and so clingy when she does get a man. You know, and
she just lacks that self-confidence.
mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. It's more like she even said it on the next episode, like, if I weren't fat, would this have happened? I think it would have happened. If we're being completely
Yeah.
honest, I think it would have happened. This is just who Chase is. And
Yeah.
you let him know by accepting his proposal that you'll take
Mm-hmm.
you'll take anything.
But we all want love.
We
We're
do.
as human beings, we all crave touch, we all crave affection, we all crave love, to be taken care of. And I
Hers is different
can't,
though.
and it's because of her situation, and I
Mm-hmm.
get it, and what comes up in the previews for next week, where she's like, I'm thinking about going and get the surgery because maybe if I didn't look like this, it wouldn't have happened. But right now, why this happens isn't because of her physical, it's because
Right.
of her mental.
Yes. Agreed. Completely
Whitney's
agreed.
got to get her head right first before she even attempts to do any sort of like weight loss surgery. That's
Right, because
how I feel.
Buddy, because in my opinion, Buddy loves him some Whitney. That's just my opinion. That's what I see. I could be wrong. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, but I think he does love her, but I don't think he's attracted to her.
I mean, I
Think
could see a little.
about the girls that he's been with. Heather, the girl that he hooked up with after rehab, they're not he's the only chubby fluffy one in the relationship. He don't want a fluffy girlfriend.
Okay. It's just the way the way he looks at her sometimes makes me like, okay,
He strings her
maybe.
along. He
Gotcha. Okay.
emotionally manipulates her because eventually he knows he's going to need a place to live. He's going to need some place to eat. He's going to need some place to drink. He's going to need some place to hang out and watch TV. She's like his jelly bean bag. Someplace he could always flop down.
I got you.
Which is sad.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It is sad because everyone should feel like good about themselves. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure about you, but I think we've kind of just gone over everything. So
Yeah.
there wasn't too much
and she got
to
a
it.
new dog.
Yeah, you got a dog during a pandemic. Fantastic. Like a little dog can't go out and bring back coronavirus. Next, I want you to think about these things.
She does not need any more animals in that house.
Mm-mm.
And I wish she would stop doing that lion cut on her cats. It just looks weird.
Just that much.
Yeah. And I'm done. I'm done with the show now. Now on to Plathville.
Right.
I struggled with this show as well.
Okay.
I think the mother is conniving. I think the father really wants to have relationships with his kids, but just doesn't know how. I see the next daughter, Lila, looking to Lydia. Yeah. I see her beginning to revolt. And I feel bad that Mariah does not have the skills to be in a relationship, but I'm kind of glad that she's with Max, because although he broke up with her, I don't think he's given up on her. And I loved his.
He said that. His long-term goal is to be with her, but it's not the time now because she needs to grow.
She's really lucky that she came upon someone like Max, because someone like her, who is so ill-equipped to be in the real world and off that farm, is prime pickings to be taken advantage of.
Agreed. With her, it's just like I like watching this episode. Really made me think, and it kind of hurt my heart a little bit for her because she knows she's ill-equipped. She's not naive, which is like to be 17 and to understand like you are emotionally not equipped to handle this. Like
Yeah.
it made me feel for her, but gave me I have so much respect for her. And it's just she knows like her parents didn't give her that. She never had the
Mhm.
freedom to express herself. She never had the freedom to
Mhm.
say what she needed to say, to feel, and to like do all those things. So now she's with someone who wants this of her. She doesn't know how to do it. So
Yeah.
that's what she's struggling. Internally, she's just struggling with this. And to see the
Mhm.
angst on her face and like she's like, oh my goodness, he's gonna leave me. And he's like, no, like this is just what it is right now. And like and I love the things that he asked of her. And when he said the last one was
You have
like
to
I
meet
want
the
to meet
parents.
your parents, and he
Yeah.
was like, I'm like, he's with you. He's like he's down for
Mhm.
you.
Yep,
Down
because
for you.
he needs to figure out what kind of environment she comes from in order to help her talk, basically. He wants her to verbalize what's going on cuz she just sat there and clammed up. She understood what was happening and she just sat there
Exactly.
and went mute. It was so sad. But wait, I've got a question for you. Because the part of the show where Kim and what's his name, Barry, that's the daddy,
Very.
they was trying to figure out how to do a video call on their smartphone
Right.
um, to talk to Josephina,
Hosanna.
Hosanna. Okay,
Mhm.
that's another kid.
That's their oldest. She moved away.
Are they
I think
angry
she
with her?
no, I think she moved away for college. I want to say it's Ohio. I could be wrong. And they stayed there and she's pregnant.
She married?
Yeah.
Oh, so why are they angry with Ethan and Olivia? Like they got married.
It's I think it has more to do with Olivia than anything. They feel like Olivia has come in and kind of corrupted their good son. She's outspoken. She does what she wants. She says how she feels, and they feel now. And Ethan's kind of like wanting to do those things as well, and they're not here for it. If you think about the kids they have the most issues with, Ethan, Mariah, and Micah, they're the ones who want to see more of the outside world. They know there's more outside the world than just Cairo and their farm. They know there's different people with different ideas and freedom of expression. And their parents are like, no, we're not here for it.
This doesn't
So
make
that's the
sense to
issue.
me. So wait,
So
the
they're okay with
oldest
Hosanna.
daughter, right?
Hosanna
She
went to
went to
college.
college,
She went off to college.
but that's seeing the outside world
But she had got a music scholarship. That's the thing. She went off to school for music, and they were
and
like, "Oh
met
my god,
an
we're surprised."
outsider over there at school.
Yes,
But do you see how this doesn't really make sense?
but Hosanna was basically they described Hosanna as like the perfect daughter, though. That there's a difference. Hosanna did everything they wanted her to do. She did exactly what they wanted her to do growing up. She never. It seemed like she never caused any problems. That's why they were okay with her leaving. She didn't rebel. She didn't do all that. These kids are younger and doing just for to them doing the most, but for us, it's like they're just being teenagers.
Oh, but wait, when did
And
Ethan
then
leave? Wait,
he's
there's
not like,
wedding pictures with them and the whole
yeah,
family there.
right.
So at one point they liked Olivia
At one point, they
or they
would say
tolerated her.
like tolerate her like because
Oh,
and I think probably they got married a little quicker than they wanted to because they got married. Like Olivia said, we got married because of all the restrictions on our life. They couldn't do anything, so they got married
okay.
yeah, to have fun, to do.
Oh,
So that's the issue. So like I said, Hosanna was the perfect. Basically, Hosanna was the perfect child. Ethan seems like he was the perfect son until he hooked up with Olivia, and Olivia started giving him more ideas about like, no, you can do this. You can think for yourself. I think that's the issue they have with Olivia.
but who's to say Hofina wasn't doing the do or doing the business when she was at school and they just weren't there to see it?
True, but it doesn't matter. She's at the house. Their idea is you're out of our house, so you are grown. You can do what you want to do, which is
Oh,
why Mariah and Micah left.
I'm gonna look for this, SM.
Me too.
Thank you. Because as you can tell, I'm super lost, and none of this makes sense to me because I don't
Yeah.
see them being bad.
Mm-mm. But also, we also have to remember that they are looking at their kids through their past eyes. So what they're seeing their kids do are the things they did, what they used to do. They used to, based on what I've seen, they used to kind of run wild back in college. They was doing some things. They was out there getting drunk.
These kids aren't doing that. Look
I
at
think
Mariah. She's got 2 jobs.
when she got the job, she left the house though. So basically, what they Barry, I think Barry and Kim were kind of wild in their college days, and I think they used to drink, and I think Barry got in a car accident. I want to say it was a car accident. I can't. I have to go back and watch the episode again. So they're just basically trying to have their kids not make the same mistakes they made, and when doing that, they've been protective and in some cases overprotective, and the kids felt suffocated. So I think Mariah felt suffocated and not being heard. Um, I think Micah just wanted to. Micah likes the small,
Mike
like small time life, but he knows there's more out there. He wants to be more well rounded. And Ethan got
Micah looked
married.
like he getting ready to be a player though.
He's trying. He's trying.
He's
He's
trying to
trying.
get his notches on his bedpost. Poor thing. But I loved it when he said, I couldn't make my move because you guys were there. I thought that was so cute.
Right. That was hilarious. That was too funny. And then
Ah.
Ethan got married because he's like, I got Olivia here, like I can't do nothing, so we gotta get married. So that's where they come from. And then
Mhm.
Olivia pushes him to be more than the farm version of himself, and that's not what his parents want.
What does he do for a living that he has 6 cars? Is he a mechanic?
You know, cars are his hobby, from what I understand.
Oh. So he fixes them up and sells them or something like that?
No, and drives them. I think cars relax him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's what it is. I think the cars relax him,
Mhm.
so he does that as his hobby, which is why the garage. When he went to go look at that house, the
Uh-huh.
garage. He's like, "This is a 4-car garage. I have 6." I was like, "Okay."
He was too cute when he said that. But he has the best poker face because I thought he hated that house. And when he
Me
came
too.
out and said, "I'll call the bank," I was like, "Wait, what? What did I
She
miss?"
Olivia was shocked too, though.
Yeah, so if they get it, I'm glad.
Yeah,
Because it must hurt her to, be at the supermarket and your mother-in-law just ignores you. I wouldn't have
exactly.
to put up with that.
And he had his first Coke with his first Coca Cola with Olivia, his first wine. He's getting out there. He's he's exploring.
They don't let them drink soda?
They don't have sugar.
Well, they don't have sugar at all?
No, they avoid sugar as much as possible.
But they have, like, natural sugar, like, they could eat a banana.
Right. Yeah, but
Oh.
no chocolate, no candy, no
What? Chocolate's
soda.
a food group!
Yeah, none of that. Olivia putting all kind of wicked thoughts in his mind, giving that man a Coca Cola. What was she thinking?
You're so silly. Oh my god. But, yeah, did anything else good happen in this,
No,
episode?
this was pretty an even episode. It was about um, it's about this is just the story is moving along nicely. It's building, which I like. I mean, everyone's still a little bit awkward. They're they're finding their way through. I think next episode is where it kind of ratchets it up a little bit because
I wa
that's when Max meets the parents.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
So that's
Okay.
gonna be good.
Well, I wanna see Mariah become, like, a singing star or something, and I want Max to become her manager,
Right,
and I wanna see Lydia, that's her name, Lydia, the next one,
right.
that's gonna bust out, I wanna see her bust out.
Exactly. I mean, I follow them on Instagram, so I want I mean, we can talk about this on Instagram, but it looks like um Max and Mariah and and Michael are still friends because I think Max was on one of Mike's Instagram stories.
I think he should tough it out with her.
I think
It's
he's
just
going
gonna
to.
take a little time, and like I said, I'm very grateful that she met someone that is not going to take advantage of her, hopefully.
Same here. Exactly. I mean, those
Hopefully.
were two. I mean, it was these shows were like they moved along. These were kind of they both you know what it is. They both were bridge episodes.
Mm.
There were some main points, but nothing exciting.
Yeah, y'all are making me, like, really need chocolate right now.
Chocolate's the best though. I mean, if you get that good like Ghirardelli's chocolate in the
Oh.
little foil wrapper, them
And
are the best.
it's Christmas time coming up, so you're gonna get all of those nice little packages and
Peppermint. Yep.
baskets. Oh, peppermint bark.
Peppermint. Peppermint bark. Peppermint bark is the best with some hot chocolate.
This is so true. This is so true. If we could find a Max and send him an hour before over to Whitney, that would be good.
Right. But Whitney's not self-aware though. That's the issue with her. Mariah is self-aware. She knows what her issues are. She wants to work on them. So Whitney's unaware that she has some mental thing she needs to work through and push through. And she's not understanding that she's given Chase license to treat her poorly.
Yeah.
Oh, Godiva chocolate, Godiva chocolate cover strawberries. Yep, those are the best.
You know
Those.
what I like though? Remember those really old school cherry cordials with the liquid in them?
Oh,
Oh,
for so long.
oh, I love those.
Oh, Granny came by. She doesn't watch the shows, but she came by just to hit the like and the view. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you
I mean,
so much.
I know normally since these episodes are slow, we have a little time.
Mhm.
So you want to just like kind of just talk a little bit about the next show we're gonna cover, like the what we decided on.
Johannesburg,
Yes.
you're gonna need to take over this because I haven't done any like we
No,
talked
no,
about it, but I
no,
haven't
no,
done
no.
any research.
Oh, of course. I just want to like just let the chat know that we did
Yeah, yeah,
decide
yeah.
on what we're gonna go with. So just
Mhm.
so everyone's know, like spread the word. So we're gonna cover Johannesburg on this channel. I'm gonna say we're gonna couple it. Let's couple it with Salt Lake City. That makes the most sense.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna couple it with Salt Lake City on Fridays. Wait a minute, Thursday or Friday? I can't remember. Is tomorrow Salt Lake City? It comes on
Salt
tonight,
Lake
right?
Salt Lake City is Wednesday nights. We do it Thursday. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. So I'm gonna start watch. I'm just gonna watch the episode tonight. I'm excited because I've seen some of the clips before. I was able to like figure out how to like get it, and based
Mhm.
on the clips, I mean Debbie, the clip I saw was the one I've seen three. The
Uh-huh.
main one was the one they were shopping at the mall or a high end mall, and they went to the shop. The owner was rude
Uh-huh.
and the one little chick I think she started cussing out the owner for treating her like she didn't have no money, and then like this other little Caucasian lady, she was she jumped in the mix, and they started getting
Mhm.
into it, and then the Caucasian lady like called the other lady the B word as she was walking away, but she heard her, so she came back and let her know, like, if you gonna call me B, do it to my face, I'm right here. So she was being ratchet. I'm like, okay. so so I'm here. I'm kind of here for that. It's gonna be. I think it's good.
Okay.
And
Well,
I peeked
I
it on
mean,
Shan's live, and the Blobby said it's good. She's like, they're a mess. I'm like, okay. If a Blobby was watching it, we know.
Hermione was
I mean,
telling us about it
Hermione
for a
too.
while. Yeah.
Wild.
Okay, so I have someone in the back of Blobby. Let's bring her up. Hello, my dear. How are you?
Hello.
Hey.
It's freezing. It's
Oh
winter out here.
no.
I love it.
Oh
What's
my
You
going
know,
on?
god.
I just called in to say I watched the Whitney. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to feel about her. Like, I don't dislike her, but then I don't
Mm-hmm.
like her, you know? It's a
Mm-hmm.
weird
You're
feeling. I
indifferent.
have no strong feeling towards her.
You're indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
She cannot be there. She cannot be there, and you wouldn't care.
I gotta call you back. I can't hear.
Okay.
Okay. Oh
So
my
yeah,
God. But it's true. Like, I think you get tired of Whitney just regurgitating
Whitney.
the same thing all the
Right.
time.
Oh,
Hold
and
on.
so Alexis, I saw. Hey Alexis, so I saw Johannesburg on YouTube, the full episodes.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Gakatula.
Hi everyone. How
Hi.
have you been?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So I feel wasted
Why?
because with what's her name? Whitney?
Mm-hmm.
I already know what's happening in her life. Like the show is behind, like several like many months behind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so now I already know like okay, it's like when you know when you're going to watch a movie and you already know how it's going to end but you still want to be supportive and watch it through. That's how I feel. And I'm just like when are we getting to the point of they're breaking up?
Next week.
Next week, yeah.
Next week.
Hopefully, because
No, next week.
I'm saying hopefully because I felt it like this episode was just too slow, and then also like I'm eager to get to the end of it. It's like it's turning to be like the 90-day fiance is the other way for me. That sort of
Mm.
situation. Like I already know things that are happening in the background before, so it takes away that what can I call it? Takes away the
The element of surprise or the
yes,
drama.
yes,
Ooh.
it does. Like I can't even anticipate. Like even if it's scripted, I would have been happy if there was scripted scenes into it, but I can't even anticipate that because now I already know what's going to happen.
Hey,
Like,
no, I
that's how I'm feeling. But I'm still going to watch just because of you guys.
mean, I'm okay finishing this out, but it's just, yeah, she just got on my nerves. I was just like, I don't care about you now. I'm like, this is all your fault. You shouldn't have accepted his proposal. You should have waited, but
Yeah.
you came off as to me like I didn't want to be her this way, but now she's coming out needy and desperate, and that's what annoys me the most.
And that's the thing. Like I feel she chose to settle on things. Now who is this snitching on me?
What? We need to see you. Thank you, Gina Maxie.
She's always this snitching on me. No, I've
No,
seen that before.
you said it's 1 o'clock in the morning for you, right? Look at you. You
Yes.
are beautiful.
Hi.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, so yeah, it's just I was just like, I was like, okay, Winnie's a strong girl. She got this, but now like she's not gonna be the typical chick who's needy. I'm like, oh yeah, you are. I'm like,
I
yeah, you
feel
are.
I feel I feel there's more to her than all this drama. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but I feel she needs to go through counseling and therapy and
Mhm.
Oh, she does.
accept herself first
Oh, no
before
doubt.
trying to get into a relationship.
Yes.
Agreed. I mean,
Because I would say as a woman we tend to get into relationships to try avoid dealing with our own personal issues because you're thinking this other person is gonna uh, solve your problems, then you realize it's actually worse than it is. So I think she
mhm,
needs to go through that first because she's going through a whole lot of things. She's trying to figure out her personal self. And yeah, she just needs to step away from relationships. Like, let her just be over there. Like, if a man looks her way, she's like, spray him on the face with Lysol or something so that he goes blind, doesn't see her for a while. That's what I think.
that's why Lysol. I'm like, man, that's kind of permanent damage. I mean, that could hurt a cornea. What's going on here?
my God.
Just
No,
do it.
okay, water or something. Like spritz them with holy water so that they stay away from
Okay.
you.
You
There we
can do
go.
the holy water.
We can do the
Yeah.
whole-
Yeah, the demons can just stay. I'm not saying anyone is a demon, don't come for me. I'm just saying like they need to stay away from her for a bit, then she can come back like afterwards. Because you cannot, she can't keep doing this to herself because this is not the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what Debbie
And
was saying
if
the first time.
yeah, I feel if I was her friend, I would have actually been over it. I would be like, yeah, please don't come and tell me your relationship issues. Like, stay over there with your relationship issues, and I would spray her also with some holy water so that she can get sense.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah, but they're not going to tell her anything anymore. Oh, I'm
Nope.
getting a lot of flack, but they're not going to tell her anything anymore because now they're on the payroll.
Right.
Yeah. Miss Ablavi, can you hear us now?
Yeah. Oh, it was so cold outside. I had to run home. Oh.
What was chasing you? What was taking you outside?
Oh, I had to walk a few dogs, and then I was gonna get something to eat, but I was like, delivery.
Oh my God. I'm not even going to complain that it's 72 degrees down here because I've been feeling super cold. So I'm not going to complain.
It's warm over here. You can all come down.
It says it's 43. It feels like 32. So cold. But
What is
anyway,
it here? It's 60 over here.
okay. Aren't you lucky? Winter has come here. Ooh.
Oh, that's our winter though. So this is our, like right now it feels super cold. At 63 for us.
No.
I love it. No.
So I was gonna talk. Plathville, I try to give it another chance. I find them to, they're what I want. Pretty people, but they're just too boring.
Mhm.
Like they remind me of the Duggars, and I don't like that.
I mean, you mentioned that before, so now I can the way it's shot and the way the family is, they do. It's just they're better looking. So I agree with you there.
Yeah, they're just good looking. I mean, I don't. If y'all love the show, I love it for you. No, I came in to talk about Whitney. Whitney is so desperate, and but you know what? I would say warning, Kenya Moore. There's something when a woman is on television and they don't have a man. I've noticed this with every show. And like they're over the 40 age, they get really desperate, and like that becomes a really big read. Like if somebody's like, "Well, you're not married," like how it is with Kenya. Even like I just feel like I don't know how old she is. I think she's like late 30s.
36, I think she is.
I just feel like she's not mad that he left. She's more mad that she has to go around and telling people that she doesn't have a man.
Yeah.
And I think what hurts her the more too is the fact that he had a baby on her. I mean,
Yeah, because she wants to have children.
Exactly.
But can I be honest? I don't think his issue is necessarily her size. See, that's the thing, like with men. Like I've noticed you don't see two fluffy people together. You usually see one person's fluffy, one person's skinny. Like like I don't see it when I walk around the world. I know women who are very robust and they refuse to date a man the same size. I know men the same way. So I don't know if that's an issue. I think he's a bit of a user. And, and I think it's more because her mentality shows off really desperate, and because he sees financial gain, he did that. Because if he's but we can't even get mad at the baby, because I mean, she can't even say it's her size, because Rashida is a nice size, and look at how Kurt does her on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though that story was fake, but we'll save that for the show.
Yeah, we'll save that, but I'm saying like there's a lot of women whose men cheat on them and they're beautiful. Look at Beyonce.
Yeah.
Look at the man she's with.
Let me ask a question, Joe. Does anybody remember how she got introduced to Chase? Was it Ryan who introduced her to her?
Ryan, they're best friends, yeah.
Oh, that's messy. Because you know what I'm thinking now.
Right. Right.
I feel she's at the point of where she feels like if I'm not married, if I don't have a child now, I wouldn't be able to do it another time. And that shouldn't be the mentality someone gets into a relationship with.
But here's the thing: if she wants a child, she has enough money to have a child. Just pop your eggs in a woman, let her tote it, like Angela says, and then have a baby.
But you see, for some people, their self actualization point is actually to become someone's wife and someone's mother. And I feel that from her, and the fact that she's in her late 30s, she feels her window is closing to do this naturally, ideally. But
But she gets that from her parents. She gets that from her parents because they're old school Southern. And I know in seasons past, like they have like said, well, when are you settling down? When are you getting married? When are you going to give us grandkids? You know? And I think that is in her head and stuck on repeat. And now it's just been warped.
Listen, this is how I feel about grandkids because I had to tell my mother the same thing. This is not your body. This is not your life. When I want to have a child, I will. Until then, stay in your lane.
And also the other thing I would also say, because if my parents ask me such questions, I'll be like, "Did you find me a man?" Yeah, like find me someone, then we can speak.
I had a similar conversation with my mom about over 10 years ago. And she broke down crying. And I was like, wait a minute, listen, like you need to get a tissue because we need to get you to the airport because you gotta go. And I'm like, why the tears? And she was like, I don't know, like you have to have a child because then who's going to take care of you when you get old? I said, girl, that's what senior homes are for. Let's go, grab the bag, let's go. But I didn't realize in my haste to get her to the airport that I crushed her. But it's just because she's from that generation who thinks women are supposed to have children and litter the world with them, and I wasn't doing that, so I was kind of a disappointment.
And I understand that, and we in my country and in an African setting, it's literally the moment you get to 25, your aunties and it wouldn't be necessarily your parents, because your parents will always want to believe you're a virgin till the day you die. But your aunties will be like, so in any family gathering, they'll be like, so when are you coming? When are we meeting? When are we meeting him? When are we meeting our brother-in-law or whoever in-law?
Yeah.
So I would automatically tell them like, unless you find me a man, please don't ask me those questions. You will meet them when you will meet them, whether it's now or when I'm 100. Two, not everyone's point of self-actualization is to become a wife and a mother. So please chill. Maybe I would want to adopt children, but not have them naturally. Yeah. So you need to relax for a bit and stop just being up in my space. So it kind of got me the tag that I'm the bad cousin, so no one should associate with me because I am going to teach the rest of them bad morals and all that. But I don't have a problem. At least it gives me peace of mind because my parents will never ask me those questions because they already know where I stand. Like the moment I'll say I have come, I'm introducing, let's say this is Jamal, this is the person I'm with. You will take what I give you. I'm sorry. If I come with a Blavi, you will take a Blavi. Because at this point, if you're forcing me to settle down, I can settle down with either. I can either go look for a woman or a man just to please you.
Right. I had a friend like that, and her parents would always ask her, "Where are you having?" Like they would ask her, "Where are you going to have kids? Where are you going to have kids? Like we want grandkids." She's like, I will have your grandkids when you have them." And now, and she said that's that because she didn't want kids. Her and her husband decided they weren't having children. They neither one of them wanted children. They were cool. They took all the precautions. No kids for them. And her parents finally came around to the fact that she didn't want kids. and they already had 10 grandkids anyway. But they want yeah, they had 10 grandkids, but they feel like all of their girls, particularly, should have children. She just didn't want them.
Exactly. And I also don't want kids. Not necessarily that if it happens and I get a child that I would do something to the child, but my opinion, I wouldn't want kids. But that doesn't mean I cannot go out and adopt a child who needs help.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I have to have a husband and have a child, because I also don't like people in my space. Like, I want to have a relationship from over there.
Right. I told
Yeah,
my mom
so
years ago. I told my mom years ago, I'm not having children. I'll be not disappointed. She's like, cool with me. Don't make me a grandmother if you don't want kids. I'm like, thank you. I don't have like siblings, so I never got to be the cool uncle. So I'm waiting on my friends to have their kids so I can be cool Uncle Jamal. I'll
I'm
take you out for an hour. We'll go to Ghirardelli's. I'll hop you up on chocolate and sundaes and take you back home. And that's
I'm the
it.
cool auntie to all my nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the cool auntie to all my friends' kids. Like, I always tell them, when you feel like you want to rekindle some romance into your relationship, you can drop them by my doorstep. I don't have a problem. I'll stay with them. But just remember, by the time I'm bringing them back home, they'll be high on sugar, and that will be on you and not on me, because I'll be going home to sleep peacefully.
And then when they turn 21, I'm taking the blackjack tables first. Get that out the way. Teach them some blackjack. Try to get this little extra money, and then maybe a year later we take them to the poker table and I'll teach them how to play poker. That's what I'm looking for too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ablavi, you're very quiet. That's always a scary thing.
No, I mean, listen, I really don't care for children. So I try to talk to them the least I can. They're not my favorite thing to do in the world. If I liked children, I would have been a teacher.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Same here. Like,
That's what bothers me about that show. It gives me anxiety when I see somebody with that many children. It's just like,
It's a lot. Like when I see it, like my uterus hurts. Like I was not emotionally equipped to have children, and I knew that from a very young age. I still am a selfish individual, and I
yep.
own that. So it just never worked out for me, and I'm cool. But yeah, when I see such large families, and I do apologize for the audio because I'm hearing a lot of that. When I do see larger families, I just go, wow, ouch, that hurts. It's kind of like the equivalent of a man getting kicked in the nuts. Like I feel it in my belly. And so kudos to all those women who have had large families, small families, any families. I couldn't do it.
I'm with you. I'm in the same boat as you. I knew I was selfish. I knew that my life was for me. I didn't want kids to tie me down because I feel like if I want to pick up and leave, I should be able to do that. And that's the life I wanted for myself. So having kids would not be conducive to that life. But if I told my friends if there's something, I told them if any ever happened to you have children, I would take as many as I could and do the best I can for them. So that's what I would want to do.
And also the other thing, I don't know, we have it over here. The aspect of you having kids so that they take care of you, I find that to be a bit shady, because over here we have something called black tax, so that if when you grow up and you get a job, your parents automatically feel that you need to be taking care of them. Worse if you're the first child. So it means if you grow up, get a job, it means you will take care of your parents and also your siblings. So if your siblings are still in school, you're the one who's doing that. So then now you want to get into a relationship, get a wife and kids. So now you're taking a whole myriad of people, taking care of them. And that puts stress on people. Like, why would I want a child just to take care of me? Like, I don't have a problem with going to a senior citizen home. Like, when it gets to time, you can send me to a senior citizen home and I'll chill over there. I don't have a problem with that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to have a child so that they take care of me. I don't want to be a burden to someone. Because sometimes you find kids don't even interact with their family members because of that. You feel my family members are a burden because they only call me when they need something from me. It's not just to check up on me. And that's not how a relationship should be. Because I feel that now is also selfish on the part of the parent.
Can we just be messy for a minute? So, I know that Salt Lake City is coming on tonight. And the plastic surgery, I really do think we need to have a discussion about botched plastic surgery on reality television because, like, it has to be talked about.
I agree with you on that because I really took a hard look at Jen. And I think at one point she was a really good looking, naturally good looking individual. And then with the duck lips and then the cheekbones and then the nose looks like something was done with it. And I even think that they like something is up with her forehead because it looks kind of thickish. You know, whatever happened to natural beauty? Like, I don't know.
I think it went the way of Hollywood and copying people. I'm like, you know what? Like, here's the thing. If you feel that your looks are inadequate, if you're like facially challenged, bodily challenged, I mean, if you want to correct the things you feel are wrong with yourself and it makes you feel good, I'm all for it. I'm all for
Yeah.
any plastic surgery to make you feel better about you. But what I have an issue with is when you go too far. Because when it looks like you've gone too far, that means your doctor did not have your best interest at heart. And that's what really bothers me the most. I feel a doctor should always tell the person, like, look, you want this, but this will not look good on you. And be honest about it. Don't just take their money and just jack them up even further. There's no reason
Or
why you should spend $20,000 to look even more facially challenged than you did before.
yeah,
Just
I
saying.
think it's the responsibility of the doctor too. Like, okay, so you get one procedure and it looks great, and it's the equivalent of getting a tattoo. You get that first tattoo, you get the fever, and you want to get a whole bunch. You have to slow it down. You still want to look natural. There's nothing natural about Jen. And Heather's the boxy one, right? That got divorced, that has the spa.
Right.
When her lips deflate, she actually looks a lot better. In
She
her
does.
confessionals, there's one confessional look where all of her lips have deflated, and she looks pretty.
I
And then
think with
you
Heather,
see the other confessional where she's like this, and it's just like, oh, what happened?
I think what Heather would benefit from is like, and maybe I'm wrong, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, but what it is when she has the lips is like her hairline needs to be brought down a little bit because it's like her forehead dominates her head.
You know
So
what it is? I
as
don't even think she has to adjust her hairline. Maybe a different hairstyle, like a different cut.
okay, apart,
Maybe like some curtain bangs to kind of like take away some of
okay,
the acreage.
No,
Um,
she needs to give back. Did any of you see High School Musical?
no.
it's been a while, but I have.
Okay, you remember the character Sharpay? She was Ashley.
Ashley
Tisdale.
Tisdale. She got a
She
nose
needs to
job.
give her back her wig.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
the same wig. It looks so worn. Get in the 2000 to the 2020s. Stop going back to 1998. She has a horrible weave. They all do.
Okay.
Mm.
That's
That's
what
fair.
it is. Because it looks like it's dot. See, you can't get Remy hair when you don't have Remy hair texture. She has to get Russian hair.
True. Okay. I can go with
But
that.
sometimes I feel that when even the doctor can tell you you're not supposed to get any more procedures, but since you feel you have the money, you try and go somewhere else to get the procedures, and that's where the problem comes in. If every single plastic surgeon was ethical like that, then at least there would be people who we would have people who are looking like human beings and not like bits and
Like
pieces of the
everybody
anime
else.
put together. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then some of us, our 5 heads are our identities, so maybe she doesn't want to lose it.
But yeah, but I think with Heather, she has the forehead acreage combined with the strong facial features, so they don't match. I think if she had one or the other, she would look really really good. We have them
Look,
both together.
it's like
It kind
Trey
of
said. She has very prominent bone
features
structure in her face.
very yes.
So that's why I say stay away from messing with that. No more
Okay.
injectables.
Yep.
Like play with your hairstyle.
Hair.
And
Right.
she also, I would love for her to get a stylist. Like she has the money. She out of all of them needs the help of a stylist because
Okay.
she's a bit boxy in the middle. She's very straight up and down. And the clothes that she selects, they emphasize her middle.
But let's be honest. Let's just call a thing a thing. Bravo did them dirty with them fashions, and I'm sorry, I'm still on the intro. I'm still on the intro cards. They did them dirty. There was no reason for them to look like that. Why is Jen in feathers? No, you don't do that. And then Heather, they picked the most dowdiest dress for her. I'm gonna stop it. And then Whitney, that's not a Whitney dress. Come on now.
Can we be honest? They need a stylist. The
Yes.
worst dressed on that show is Meredith.
Everybody.
When she went to her birthday
Everybody.
In the Big Bird fluffy
Pink
feather
flamingo.
dress, I was
Pink
just
flamingo,
like,
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be. Here's the way I looked at it though. I was just like, they about to come out. They about to come through. They about to be hot. Blah blah blah. It's about to be. Now, seen first of all, I seen the like I said, I seen the intro. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna go well. Then I heard their tagline, like, oh, they did them dirty. Then I saw the part. I'm like, that's it. Where's Dorit? Let me get Dorit on the line. Dorit, we're gonna need you to fly out to Salt Lake City, style these girls, give them your connections. You got Chanel connections. You got everybody connections. Give them the numbers. Help them out. That was bad. That was terrible.
you know, but then my help is because Jersey used to look real rough the first season. Jersey was real rough that first season.
Yes.
So I'm hoping in the second season they can like class it up a bit because Jersey is looking the best it's ever looked.
Yes.
Well, OC was atrocious when it first started, but I think it was the style of the times.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair though, because OC was the brokest franchise.
And also, I think they were trying to be, and I also think they were trying to be over the top with their look and everything, but it ended up looking tacky instead of being over the top. It just ended up, I don't know. It ended up looking like they snatched it from a homeless person somewhere and put it together, and they were like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
And if we see Lily's kitchen again, we're gonna be talking about it.
Well, here's the thing that I have a question.
But however, I forgot to say for Plathville, what's her name? Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
She's my MVP. Like she's I would want to be friends with her. Like I just like her, and I like how he's trying to get him out of his shell, get him to experience all these new things, and she doesn't give a hoot about it.
Yeah,
she's my MVP.
Here's my whole thing. I have to go back to Salt Lake City real quick because it's just weird how they do these franchises. Because I understand each franchise is different locale, different style of dress, but they can all look good. Like, if we're honest, Beverly Hills always come through because it's Beverly Hills. But there's no reason you can't do the same thing with these other franchises. Like, there's no reason why OC should always look basic. I'm sorry. I'm still mad at them for letting Gina look with that weave from 2 seasons ago, and she still got it. I'm mad at that. I will never forgive Bravo for that. I'm mad. Gina should be not forgiven for that. She should get more money for that. That's just rude. Don't do them girls like that. I'm serious. They always have them dresses like you could go to like what Lane Bryant or like Dee Dee's Discount. You can find them same dresses on the rack. Don't do them like that.
You know what the problem is with Salt Lake City? I'm comparing Salt Lake City to I think Vancouver, the Real Housewives of Vancouver, because that was a good season. And
that was good.
And I think a lot of people are doing that. That's why it's hard for them to have their own identity because it's the only city that was like that. And with Vancouver, although the woman looked frightening, they did look frightening in Vancouver, especially that one woman, that old woman with all the children by all the men who was living in the condo, who had this business of tacky goods. She was like the Sonia of Vancouver. She was ridiculous.
Oh, I know who you're talking about because I remember Vancouver. I can't remember right now, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
The problem with this show is everybody works, yet we're in the 4th episode and we've been to nobody's job.
We've been to Heather's job.
Well, I mean, yes, the Frankenstein. Listen, she is giving her job the worst publicity. If I lived in that town and I was going to get work done, she would be the last place I would go.
I also didn't get this. I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to look at the silver lining out of everything, and I'm not seeing it. Like I can't. I'm not.
I mean, I can. It's season 1. I always say I'm going to give each franchise the first season to get out the kinks. I'm mad at Bravo about these fashions and these taglines. I'm mad at them about that. But hopefully the ladies get their feet into it, and then they start having more of a voice into the creative part of themselves, because I like them for the most part. I like them all. They're pretty cool. I like they're different. I like Whitney and Heather are cousins. I like the family dynamic. So I'm hopeful. But I need Bravo to do them better. And I need the women to do themselves better. If they don't like what they're wearing, go in your closet and pull something out. Because I'm sure you got something in your closet that's better than what they give you sometimes.
You know what they do? They need a recast. And they need one person on that show that comes, like I think Lisa Barlow's supposed to be that, but she's not catching. They need somebody who's either an athlete, some sort of celebrity. They need something, because this is just too boring with, roundabout woman.
You know what? I got 2 people in mind that you brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Peekaboo Street or Lindsey Vonn. Give me one of those two. Because Lindsey Vonn is dating, is it PK Subban? Yeah, get her on the line.
Yeah, they need somebody even an Olympian. They need somebody, who's accomplished. These women, not that they're not accomplished, but it seems like they're playing a little bit. I need somebody who's like maybe an ex-singer, a 90s singer that had a one hit. Somebody who owns a ski resort. Like, they need to do it for the girls.
Mm-hmm. But also the girls themselves need to do better for themselves. Like, you cannot be making me look like a clown and I'm just going with it.
But I'm saying the girls they pick, it's like Jen is cute, but Jen reminds me, I don't even understand. Okay, this is the thing that bothers me about Jen. If she don't stop wearing shoes that are not for winter, we do not wear little sandals with your feet out in the middle of winter in snow. What is that?
Maybe her feet are always toasty, so they need to be out and about.
You know where this failed for me with regards to shoes? At the first party that Jen threw for Meredith at the birthday, I can't remember whose foot it was, but her baby toe and the second toe was all the way. Yeah, like, no, if you're going to be the shoe maven, you cannot have half of your toe digits out of the shoe. And you can't have it clawing over the front of the shoe either.
It reminds me of what was this lady's name from Basketball Wives? OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nigerian.
Yes.
She had that foot problem too? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This guy
She was over.
Her toes were sliding out of the shoe.
See, I have long toes and a narrow foot. So my feet tend to slide forward in open toe shoes. And therefore, I either have to get a narrow width or I just don't buy that shoe. I can't buy shoes online because I need to try on a shoe because that irks me. Like, I need to get my whole toe cavity in properly and not scraping the floor. And I don't like to see it with anybody else.
I got one more girl for Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Just somebody call Michelle Kwan. Get Michelle on the line.
She lives
her
there.
and her.
I don't know.
We can, fly her- we can import her. We can import her in
She's
for
so
the season.
quiet though.
But she's married to a politician. He could run for the governor of Utah or something. That would be excellent for those things.
Oh.
But you know
If
who
she's a
else I
known
would
name,
love? And I think they could get that girl from The View, Abby. She would do well on a show like that.
okay.
Abby, she left to help her father when campaign for governor, didn't she? She's the political one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're rich. I looked them up. Honey, Abby is worth $1 billion.
Oh, real money.
Real money. And then put a Romney in it because they don't get along. Mitt Romney.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think his family would do it though. It's a good thing. It's a good idea, but I don't think his family would do it.
Listen, for the right amount of money, they would do anything.
But they don't
They're
need it.
politicians.
You think? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think some families wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah, the Romneys are like super rich. They
The
don't need
Romneys
it.
are, I think he's worth 250 million. Last time I checked.
Yeah, they don't need it. They
But
could
I
just
say
go and.
Abby.
Mhm.
Abby would be a good one because you can tell when you looked at her, she really desperately wanted to be famous.
That would be good.
Let's get her people on the phone. Go ahead,
on the
Jamal.
line. Yeah, get the DMs going.
Because she's Mormon, she lived in New York. She wasn't a virgin when she got married. She.
How do we know all of this?
I'm laughing.
You. I was talking.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
Yeah. She wasn't a virgin when she was married, but she's only slept with her husband. Yeah.
Okay.
She took him for a test run. Good for her.
Because she would be that, like the gays, they would be, together. I mean, she probably wouldn't do it now if her father's governor, but you never know.
Right.
A
So
call
I think nice. So we're at we're almost at 15 minutes. Hold on.
Yeah.
But we've crossed into tomorrow's show, so I want to save something for tomorrow's show.
No, we can talk about tomorrow. We're just talking about like
what we want to see.
Right.
Why Salt Lake City? Like this is for Bravo. Why your show's not working?
Yeah.
We need to do a whole show of what's not working for each franchise. We might have to do that.
We should do that on Friday because we could do it for Southern Charm. We could do it for Salt Lake City. We could do it for OC.
Yeah.
Because everything would have came on.
Yep.
We have to do that. We have to work that in the schedule somehow. That would be an interesting show.
But
go ahead, Bobby.
I said, what I do want to say is with TLC, I'm seeing they're having a Bravo issue right now, right? Mm-hmm. The shows just aren't there. And I feel like when people are home and they're still in the quarantine-like state, you really need to get it up there. Because the Whitney show is okay. Like I'm watching it because nothing else is on, but I need y'all to come correct. Even with the Plathville. Maybe a better show is like The Simple Life with them and doing like little tasks that normal people did because you're not really seeing, well, how is it in the real world? It's not really showing that enough.
Yeah, I see what
love
you're
a sibling to be gay, but I think that's asking for too much.
I'm waiting for that with the Duggars.
Yeah,
because
I think the older daughter is. The older daughter.
I do too. Jenna, is it Jenna or something? Anyway, like the statistic is 1 in 5 is gay. Like they got 18. That's at least 3 of them. I'm still waiting for at least 1.
They would die.
So that Billy Ray Bob and Michelle would just fall out. That'd be a good show.
Did you hear about how Britney went in on the producers was it today? Yeah, I think it was today. For the 90 Day Fiancé.
I heard that she dished everything.
She was calling them all sorts of names and saying that they're pieces of things, and also the friends and the ex. I don't even understand like what her problem is.
Well, she's just being Britney.
Huh?
There's too many to count, so I won't try.
But what were you saying, Jamal? What did you want to talk about?
I just want to just end the show because we have a lot. Like this is bleeding into tomorrow, and we have a lot to talk about Salt Lake City. I'm gonna watch Johannesburg tonight. Hopefully Debbie can too, and we could just weave in some Johannesburg because I'm excited for that show because they look a mess. Now
You have
I'm here
to.
for that.
It's the best. It's what Atlanta used to be.
I'm
Okay.
here.
And they actually behave how a typical African would behave, especially if you have new money and someone is trying to look at you the other way, like you cannot get or afford what they think they're selling. So you should watch it. They're a hoot.
And
Okay.
I like Vancouver. Vancouver was good. So can we talk about that? Like just a little bit with Salt Lake City? Just a little comparison. A
Why
little.
are you gonna have me? Why are you gonna have me up all night watching?
Watch. Yeah. Like
Don't watch it. I just want you to see just do the lineup of the two women and see how plastic surgery and both, like, see how, like, okay, a little game. Match everybody with Salt Lake from Vancouver because the plastic surgery is the same.
oh my god.
Just show the picture and say who's who.
And
Okay.
also the level of pettiness is kind of the same.
Yeah.
Because they don't have much going on in their lives, so the level of pettiness is also the same between Salt Lake City and Vancouver.
Yeah, they're like, because so that's the comparison. If they took that franchise from Vancouver, that's who they're modeling it after.
Oh, fair enough. I can see
So is
myself watching
Vancouver
Vancouver.
still on?
No,
No.
Vancouver ended because they got into a fight and they got into a lawsuit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they all hated this one chick, Jody. I wanted to throw her down the stairs too. She was a mess. So yeah, they all basically got into they got in a fight, got in a lawsuit. They all hate each other. None of them speak anymore.
When you say fight, is it argument or is it fight?
No,
fight?
it's argument.
Okay.
Hi, Queen Cascade.
Hi.
I'm not even on the tab. Hi, Queen.
But no, we'll get it ready tomorrow. But you have to, in order to understand Salt Lake City, you have to watch Vancouver because that's the model.
Oh, jeez.
I can watch them both tonight.
And also for Joe Bag, because I see everyone asking, you can find it on YouTube.
Vancouver is on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's like you. So I know Johannesburg is like blocked for Americans, but I found a way around that. So yeah, I'll do what I gotta do.
Put
And
it
watch
in the link for the other people.
I use a VPN.
Just change your VPN location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. That's why I got the VPN. Look, we got our subs
Yeah,
and
we'll
international.
do the first episode of Vancouver, just the first one, just to show you. I'm telling you, it's like the exact same. I think they even use a snow globe or something like that with Vancouver.
Oh wow.
And I would say the Joe Bag ladies are like the first season of Atlanta also. Yeah. They're messy, they're trying to do each other, they're trying to show each other I have more money than you do. And
they're pretty though.
They're very foul.
Yeah, they are.
For Gina, so basically it looks like we're gonna do tomorrow. It looks like it's gonna be Salt Lake City, Johannesburg, season 1, episode 1, with a sprinkling of Vancouver. It looks like.
Oh, we can't do it. Shan says Shan, not with Shannon.
Well, we can throw in Vancouver on Friday for Shan, I guess. Can we?
Shan is gonna kill you.
That gives us a do. We'll do Vancouver on Friday.
Okay.
We can do Vancouver on Friday. We'll do Salt Lake City and Johannesburg tomorrow, and then we'll put Vancouver on Friday.
Okay.
That way, Shan can hop in.
I will see you tomorrow, same time, right?
Yep.
Of course, every day.
Okay.
Yep, Monday through Friday. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, my friend. This is exciting. I'm scared though, because I'm gonna be staying up late tonight.
This is what we're about, though. Like our subscribers, they like, hey, like we if they don't like something, OC, you gotta go. Who else did we ask out real quick? We asked some other people out. Other shows. We got rid of OC because no one was watching. Oh, Below Deck, they have to go. So we replaced them with shows people want to watch, and I'm excited. You'll if you see even off the clips, Johannesburg is cool. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
happy.
Well, I've got catch up. I
We're in
haven't
the same
looked it up.
we're in the same boat, so it'll be fun. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. It'll be a lot of fun, and it's something new, a new franchise to talk about. Like new players. And Johannesburg's only 2 seasons in, so that's the cool part. That's what I like the most. I don't have to watch 10 seasons to try to catch up with these
Because
people.
I looked at Cheshire and there are a lot of seasons in. I can't believe that we missed so much.
Yeah, I got to
I
season
remember
4.
watching it. No, I only saw what they showed on Bravo, which I think was one
gotcha.
season, and it was
Right.
so long ago, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, Johannesburg is gonna be fun.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too. It's gonna be fun.
Ah.
All right, bye everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit your notification bells and comment. If there's something that you want us to watch, please leave a comment after the show. Not in the live chat, but in the comment section, and we'll get to it. So everybody, see you tomorrow.